So we're recording. So thank you for all of you that have shown up. I'm hoping a few more people will join us. So it's sort of exciting for me because this is my official launch, right? So as I said, as we came on, I was trying to find one of the dragons that wanted to be here today, and the grandmother dragon was very photogenic, so she fit into my background. So the actual booklet that came out backwards, so I wanted to put that up, which is the actual front of the booklet. So so I thought I'd tell you, as I tried very hard to keep this a secret, but I'm not very good at keeping secrets, right? Because I was very excited about it.
You should be.
But Tammy kept me in check. She kept saying, "Don't tell anybody," because a lot of you know that I actually channel dragons, but at the beginning of the year, they wanted me, they told me they want me to actually put out more of what their words. And so they came up with the idea that I could do an oracle deck. So a few people I've told about this, they were extremely prescriptive and they wouldn't let me go off script. So first thing they were very insistent was the color. There's all these different cards here, and they wanted a particular color, so they picked the Crayola palette, wherever they got that from, and then they told me the colors from the Crayola palette that each of the 4 different groups were going to be. So then Tammy was my artist, so I channeled, and then Tammy actually put the dragons together as her interpreter. So we sort of did this together, which was like interesting to see what I'd written and then to see the actual dragon materialize. So they've got some really interesting things to say. So I'm going to read you. So at the beginning of the booklet that goes with the deck, I have actually written an introduction which explains, and I'll read it to you. So the ancient guardians as a collective came to me at the beginning of 2024, revealing, actually, is it me I've got some feedback? Is anybody else hearing feedback?
The feedback is coming from you. It might be, try now.
If everybody else that's not speaking mutes, you won't have the feedback.
Barbara, mute everybody. You're mute. Barbara, you're muted. So unmute yourself and mute everyone else.
Yeah. Everybody else is muted now. That's better, because I was getting some sort of feedback. So anyway, the ancient guardians as a collective came to me at the beginning of 2024, revealing their stories and asking me to deliver their messages through an oracle deck so that others could connect with their magic and energies, thus bringing into the world ancient wisdom and guardian spirit. The guardians reminded me that in the past times, dragons were used to decorate homes, gateways, castles, churches, and cathedrals as a form of protection. They have always been protectors and ancient beings with much wisdom to share with us. They assist us in recalibrating the earth, fostering change through higher light codes, and attune us into our centered spiritual selves and help us to exist in the dragon's energy brought forth in this oracle deck. Hold your light and shine brightly. Shine brighter than you ever have to guide the lost, those seeking the light. Hold your head high, but ground yourself firmly in Mother Gaia. Open your heart so you can connect with higher realms. You already know the miracle. The miracle is you. The universe is making its way for you. We step aside to watch you shine. So that was their message for the purpose of the Oracle deck. I put a page in here about how, because some people often like to know, how do we ground ourselves? So they suggest using this. And again, they were very directive, right? They said, the dragon energy brought forth in this oracle deck is very high vibrational energy. To work with the dragons and this oracle deck, they asked you first be firmly grounded in Mother Gaia. This will enable you to reach a much higher vibration to bring to beings of light and love. The dragons, ground yourself, take some deep cleansing breaths, sit in the quietness. When you feel ready, the dragons will arrive. You only have to ask, and the dragons are eager to connect with you now. So a lot of people have asked me before about connecting with dragons, and it's not difficult. I think we often think like, oh, what do we need to do? How do we do it? It really is just sitting quietly. They actually like that, us being quiet for a minute. And then not everybody sees dragons. Some people perceive them. Some people see eyes are very popular. I don't know if anybody else here has. So a lot of people often see an eye or a color of an eye. That's not unusual. And sometimes they're so big we don't see all of them. So if, like with this dragon behind me, I mean, that's just her face. You know, behind her there's a lot more dragon. So there's no right or wrong way at all. They will certainly let you know. And any of you that have followed my story, you know that the first dragons I encountered were in the sky. So they were not, there were no color to them. They were just dragons in the sky. The dragons that I've met in Agathia, in Earth, are very bright, vibrant dragons. And some of them were the ones that came the beginning of the year. And there was also a huge influx of dragons at the end of last year into early part of this year. And these were some of the colors that I was seeing as well. They were telling me that we would see rainbows, but not the traditional rainbows. The rainbows that you often see either around the sun. We're seeing rainbows that appear like halfway in the clouds, but not fully, but, you know, maybe a double rainbow. That's all the dragon energy that people are seeing. So if you see that, it's all the dragons. So I thought that if you have questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I did have I do have some giveaways, which we'll talk about in a minute. But as there's not too many people on here, I can certainly do a card for everybody so that you can see them. I also plan on the next few weeks, if you, on my Facebook group, I pull a card each day and have a theme for the week. Obviously, I'm going to be using my Oracle deck. So I will be featuring at least 5 or 6 of them a week. They're all very excited. Interestingly, I connect with Merlin, and whenever there's something big happening, Merlin has to show up. And there's a Merlin card. There's a Merlin the Dragon card. And he's already here because he's like, oh, this is exciting. When anything exciting is going on, he has to show up. So I probably need to talk about his card if it doesn't come up. So I do have 4 giveaways. So I think I had probably about 23 people signed up, which I told people they didn't have to be here to win a prize. So I'm giving away a deck. Merlin with the beard. Yeah, Dragon Elder. Yeah, he's definitely a Dragon Elder. So a deck, giving that away. I love this dragon's blood incense. It's actually a really nice one. It's made from recycled temple flowers, and it burns really nicely. Oracle deck. Color Street nails. Last time when I did a book, everybody wanted the Color Street nails, so there are those. So I will put probably in about 10 minutes. I'll pull a couple of names for that. But I'm going to start where I see people, right? So I know I've got Jerry up there. I know Jerry's there, and Annie. So I will pull a card for each of you. And please ask me questions if you anything. Oh, so what I did, I know Tammy doesn't want me to talk about her, but when you do oracle decks, you also need an artist, unless you're an artist as well. And I think that was a bit too much for me. So Tammy, who has always been my wingman in lots of things, and my partner in crime, she actually is the one that designed the dragons. So thank you. It was great doing it. It was and I know I know at least one person here is also got an oracle deck coming out soon, and I've got a book. As somebody said the other day, the dragons have been keeping us busy. Hi, Rio. So another person from Germany. So thank you for joining us. So, all right, Jerry, what's the card for you? Oh, Merlin. I talked about him. Let me see if I can. Oh, there we go. I don't know how much you
You're kidding. Merlin is sitting right beside me.
Oh,
that
he's
white
me.
furry thing here is Merlin.
I just said before you came on that whenever there's something exciting happening, Merlin always shows up
Oh,
for me.
yes.
And I said, oh, if I don't pull him, I will have to I'll have to talk about him. And of course, here he is. So how these were again channeled to me were the ancient dragons, the Atlantis dragons, divine feminine dragons, the divine masculine, elemental dragons, guardian dragons, Merlin's dragons, as well as Merlin, and star dragons. So there's 4 cards in each of those. So you got wizardry. And as I told everybody, because I've channeled them, it doesn't mean I know what they say, right? So here you go, Jerry. So the wizard. To be a wizard is the art of practicing magic for good. The truth is that we can all make magic. We do not need an enchanted stick, wand, or any other magical tool, nor do we need potions and lotions. All we need is gratitude. However nice they look or smell, tangible tools are unneeded for real magic, because the truth of it all is that every single day is magic. It can be the simple things in life, like the sun rising or setting. Nature's beautiful colors are magic. Leaves falling on the forest floor, the ocean's roar, or the soothing sounds of the river flow. Flying on your dragon's back is magic. Connecting to your heart is magical. For when you are fully connected to yourself, you can then become grounded in gratitude to Mother Gaia for true magic to begin. So, well said, Merlin. So, Annie, let's see what card we got for you.
Thank you. That was wonderful.
You're welcome. Oh, so you've got the air dragon, which, again, if I can. Oh, hang on a minute. I'll send you this. It's the easiest way to do it. So it's Rise Above is the air dragon. So he's 23. The air dragon says, jump on my back, let's go fly. Let us rise high as we can go. Let's look down on Mother Earth. When on Earth we can feel dense and heavy from the weighty pull of gravity, the dragon of air is always here for you. When you need to clear your head, call me, jump on my back. I will take you to the highest mountaintops and the brightest of stars or faraway planets. You can rise above all of your earthly worries and see them from a higher perspective. So
Thank you.
Good for you.
And my horoscope is an air sign.
What's that?
I said my horoscope is also an air sign.
Well, there you go. So those sort of things happen, right? So, all right, Viviana, let's see what you've got. Oh, Grandfather Dragon. I am your father's father. I don't, again, because of the background, I don't do that very well. I'll send it to you anyway. Let's see, grandfather. Anyway, I have to say, I did have a lot of fun also getting these messages as well, even though there was a time I thought I would take a week off work. And actually, I thought I'll take the week off and I'll just write them. No, that didn't happen. They said, well, it's great you took a week off, but you're not going to do it all in a week. So, the divine masculine dragon, the elder grandfather. I am Father Sky, your father's father. I am the bond that holds all that is and that will ever be. Grandfather Dragon is connecting with you now and is here to help you to connect with many things that will benefit you. There are many divine masculine and divine ancient memories to connect with. Grandfather Dragon is one. He brings love and wisdom to help you remember what you must in this lifetime. You are waking to the memories on your timelines, past, present, and future. This energy of Grandfather Dragon will help you to express not only your ancient gifts, but to fully receive messages and guidance from your ancient clan. I think that was a good one for you, right?
That's a perfect one for me.
Perfect, yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So Simone, let's see. We've got for you. Oh, you've got Mother Dragon. The love of a mother. So divine feminine dragon, elder, mother. Mother Dragon wants you to feel the love of a mother. Today, she is surrounding you with her wings and is holding onto you tightly. She holds you in her arms. Take a deep breath and close your eyes. See the love pouring out of her heart directly into your heart. She says, everyone deserves to know a mother's love. Call on me, Mother Dragon. I have all the love in the world to give. Receive it now. I can feel that one.
Yeah, you know, funny is there is that energy around me. I notice it. So it's like you told me, yeah, it's me.
Oh, right. It's you. Yeah. So you recognize it, which is
yeah,
good.
yeah. It's
right.
Since a few hours with me, that energy.
All right. Oh, Debbie, Fire Dragon. Burns lower energy. You've got one of the elemental dragons. 26. So the fire dragon, the dragons of fire are red and bright, but their flames are gentle. We will not burn you. Our fire is not hot, but very powerful energy that can help you burn away all that no longer serves you. Let's get started. It's that time of the year. Let us help you. All the cobwebs and things that no longer serve you we will take them away. Just ask for us by name. We are at your service day and night, helping you with your plight. Nothing else to do but point us to where you are storing it. Like magic, it's gone and you will feel the light. Send us to where you see the light dim. We are ready to jump into action. With one swoop, we will burn it away. So I like the fire dragon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's amazing. They're really beautiful cards.
Yes. And the energy, and Tammy would say to me when I would send her like the next 4, she would be like, whoa, they're like really powerful. Which so I actually said the other day when I proofed, so I self-published. I think I told some of you that. And so I read it and then had to proof the cards, and then I had to reproof it with the public for the publisher. And I was reading it one day. I was sitting outside and I was reading, and I'm like, wow, this is like really powerful. And I'm like, oh wait, I did that. Because again, when you channel, you don't, it's hard to like connect. Even though I've connected to it, it was like, wow, did I write that? So it was the dragon's words, but they are very, they're ancient. So they're very old, they're very ancient. And beginning of this year, I woke up to, I was actually in a class with somebody, and I woke up to being an elder and an ancient, which was like, for me at the beginning was like, I don't know what that means, but I've learned that, you know, I was here, so I've been told, before Earth was here. And of course, the dragons, a lot of these dragons that have come in recently have come from many galaxies and many planets and lifetimes back before Earth was even here. So they've taken many, many years to get here. So that's why a lot of us are waking up to those ancient dragons, and especially, you know, dragons were called guardians for a lot of time, especially, you know, I originally grew up in England, and, you know, on churches, on walls, I mean, everywhere, there are dragons still, which I still find. Actually, I told this story the other day. So my brother still lives in England, and he literally lives in dragon country, but he thinks it's like, really, dragons? Yeah, okay. So we were having a conversation. I was telling him about dragons, and I could see he was going, yeah, okay, right. Are you sure you're okay? You're talking about dragons. So forgot about that. Literally a week later, the village he lives in, they walk down to the village for coffee because they're retired. And he sent me a picture, and he said, I don't know what's going on, but we just went down to the village and they just unveiled a dragon. And somebody had carved a tree. There was a tree that they'd carved into a dragon. And he was like, I might have to go and read about that, because he's into like history. I'm like, I mean, literally, he's in the south of England, you know, sort of close to where Kevin and, you know, that he's in dragon country. Yet he was like dragons. And then he had some friends stay with him for a few weeks, and they went to all these dragon houses with dragons on them. And he kept sending me pictures. So, you know, that's what the dragons do, right? You go, yeah, I'm not sure do I really know about dragons? They'll show up for you. So I think that's interesting. So so let's do, before I will pull some cards for everybody else, but let's break it up a bit. Let's do, actually, rather than me pull, I'm going to ask somebody to give me a number, and then I'll tell you who's on the list. So, all right, let's see. I think, Annie, give me a number between 1 and 20.
Did you say Tammy?
No, Annie or Jerry, between 1 and 20.
17.
17. Oh, Sarah Allen. I know she's not here. It's one of Tammy's friends. So she has won Color Street Nails. So that's that's somebody else got 17 as well. So that is so I don't know her, but it's one of Tammy's friends. So Viviana, give me another number between 1 and 29.
8.
8. Oh, Kate Williams, who's somebody, she's not here. So I think I'm going to send Kate my deck. I know of her, but I know that she has been out of work for about 6 months. So I'm going to send her that. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I was like, brilliant, there's a fourth one. So a reading from me with the Oracle deck. But we'll come back to those in a minute. So what have I done? I've done Debbie. So Ria, let me pull a card for you. Who do you get? Oh, Earth Dragon. Grounding. So the Earth Dragon. Connect now, Dragon Heart. Send your roots deep into the earth of Mother Gaia. Connect deeply and listen for the sound of her voice. She is mother to all things, so treat her as you would your own human mother. Send her your love, send her your energy, send her your gifts. She has love for all of this earth and more. Treat her gently, but especially in times of need and the times of floods. So, and you've got green on as well.
That's so beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
And Rhea is another word for Gaia.
Oh, interesting.
And I'm dedicated to Mother Earth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, makes
Perfect.
sense. Yes,
thank you so much.
You're welcome. And it's, yeah, they also wanted that, the earth color as well. Oh, so when they were also telling me about the colors, they also said, and I'm not a gold person, and it had to have gold trim. So it was colors and gold trim, and then colors of the cards, which we thought was going to be a problem with the publishing, but apparently they could handle that as well. So I did just, today, I just actually sold out of my first shipment. So that's exciting. But so I'm going to put an order in on Monday for more. So the people that are not in this country, I did actually ship yours a few days ago. So I've just, oh, thank you. So I will be putting an order in on Monday. And they're pretty quick. Their turnaround's pretty quick. So, all right. So Tina, what did you get? Oh, the sister dragon, sister. The bond is never broken for a sister. So the divine feminine dragon elder is sister. Sisters come in many shapes and sizes. The sister dragon is here today, reminding you that not all families are born from blood. Many families are formed in previous lifetimes as lovers, partners, husbands, or wives, brothers, sisters, children, friends, business associates, and so forth. We are awakening now. You are awakening now to remembering the love of a sister, remembering that bond that is like no other, nor can be broken in any number of lifetimes.
That is so apropos right now.
Awesome.
It really is. I'm working on a clairvoyance class, and we kind of all believe that we came together out of an agreement that we made in past lives, because everything syncs. It's just, it's amazing. So that is so appropriate. On top of that, my own biological sister is back in my life after being gone for a year. So, and we get to support each other. So that's wonderful.
Yes, that is
very apropos. The dragons know, don't they?
Oh, they know, which is, yes, absolutely. They know. They're like, this one for that. Yeah. Like when, I mean, I don't have a sister, but when I don't have a sister in a lifetime, but I do, what I've realized, and I think a lot of us realize this as we get older, and certainly wakening up to that ancient part of me, I realized that there are many women in my life that we're connected, right? And we're connected for a reason. And Annie would be one of them. We've been connected for many years, many years in various things, and how we connected. And even like new people that come into your life don't feel new. Yeah. And I've got a group of people
so true. That is so true. I've got a couple of them right now that, I would bend over backwards for, and I only know them socially.
Right, it's right. But there's something there that don't know what it is, but
there's a bond. You feel it, and you don't know what it is, but you go with it because that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to, right? And I've actually, with a couple of people, we've actually had memories of previous lifetimes that we were in. Or you have a memory, and somebody goes, "Oh, I actually was there as well." Especially the Dragons of Atlantis. Anybody, Caroline Mitchell, I took her class of Dragons of Atlantis, blew me away because I had seen a completely different Atlantis. And then I took this class with her and I saw a completely different Atlantis. And I was a dragon in Atlantis, which I was like, because people were asking, can we be dragons? And the answer was yes. And I was shown myself. And actually talking about Merlin also told me a while ago that I was also his dragon. I've been in many lifetimes with him. Not only was I his scribe, but I was also one of his dragons, he told me. So it's interesting that when you do wake up to knowing that we were also dragons, right? It's interesting. But yeah, thank you. That's great confirmation. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Debbie, you're next. I love synchronicity, right? When people say, oh, look, I just talked about Atlantis. Here we go. The Atlantis dragon, Jason, protection, parallel lives, and universal life. Parallel lives and universal lives. So where are we? Atlantis. And there's also a lot of different theory. I mean, you can read many things about Atlantis.
Barbara?
Yes.
I've just a question because we have two Debbies. For which one is it now?
Oh, Debbie, I did Debbie. So actually both Debbies are in England. So Debbie with the pink flower is Debbie Muscamp. I think that's how you say her name. But Debbie's also in England. Yeah, so I've done Debbie. This is Debbie M. Where are we? But thank you for asking, because that does get confusing. It's like, yeah, that happens all the time, doesn't it? Jason 10. The Dragons of Atlantis, Jason. My name is Jason, the dragon of protection and parallel lives. I am one of many dragons who inhabited Atlantis. We were oracles to many of the Atlanteans. I come to you today with one of my powers, crossing into parallel lives. If you need to travel there to learn more about your story, call on me, Jason. I will travel with you on my back to a lifetime that you need answers from. Be still, dear soul. Sit in quietness and whisper my name with your eyes closed. You will see me or feel my presence. So maybe you need to work on parallel lives. Right, my dog has to join in as well. Muted. All right. Am I muted now? I am muted myself. So my dog was barking. So let's do the next one. Who have we got next? Gail, or Gigi, as she's there. The Wind Dragon, clearing the path. I think that probably makes sense for Gail, from what I know. So the Wind Dragon. We dragons love riding on the wind. We travel with the wind at our backs and often jump on clouds to rest. Sometimes we frolic and play in the clouds. We dragons can move faster than the wind. This message today is to let you know that you are ready to let go of many things that no longer serve you. The dragons of the wind are ready to fly away with you, all the thoughts and memories that are no longer needed. Your soul is ready to release them. Sit, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and blow those memories into the wind. Repeat if necessary. One big breath in and let it all go. So clear out those closets.
Thank you so much, Barbara. That's beautiful. Thank you.
Yes,
Perfect.
you're welcome. Yes, perfect. Yeah, yeah. So where we are, we're at Elizabeth. You're next in my lineup. I'm trying to keep, at least it hasn't moved around. I hate it when Zoom decides to move everybody around. So Elizabeth, where are you from?
I am from Iowa.
Oh, Iowa. It's the middle of the
in the flood area.
Oh, that's right. Yes. We're all getting those extremes, aren't we? Weather.
Well, I live up high enough. I'm not in the flood. I just have a snake issue.
Oh, yeah. That's, well, I'm on the East Coast, so snakes would freak me out, but I've heard that is an issue, especially with the rain, right?
Yeah.
Are they looking for shelter? So, Divine Feminine, you've got the Mother Dragon. 60. So, Divine Feminine Dragon, Elder Mother, Mother Dragon wants you to feel the love of a mother. Today, she is surrounding you with her wings and is holding onto you tightly. She is holding you in her arms. Take a deep breath and close your eyes. See the love pouring out of her heart directly into your heart. She says, everyone deserves to know a mother's love. Call on me, Mother Dragon. I have all the love in the world to give you. Receive it now.
Thank you.
So you're the second person that got Mother Dragon today. So a lot of motherly energy around. Right. So who we next? So Lily, like actually maybe 2:30. Let me do so I'm actually giving away a reading with me for 30 minutes. So Simone, give me a number between 1 and 29.
11.
11. You say 11?
Yeah,
11.
I said 11.
Oh, it's my friend Ryan. So you've heard me talk about Ryan. It's my Reiki master, my Dragon Empowerment Reiki master. And then the last I have is the Dragon's Blood incense. So Ria, give me a number between 1 and 29.
7.
7. Oh, Tina. Tina, you won the Dragon's Blood incense.
Yay, I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll email you to get your address. That's good. So got Michelle, Lily, and Tammy. Do you want a card?
That's fine. I'm sorry. I'm trying to eat a Brazil nut.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine if you want to.
All right. Okay. So, Michelle, you're next. Ancient Traveler Dragon. You are moving in the right direction. It's funny, this card, we had spelling problems with this card. I don't know why, but I remember we had Traveler Dragon. So the ancient traveler dragon has walked many, many miles and learned many lessons on the way. Today, the ancient traveler dragon comes to you with their wisdom. It's time, dear human. It's time to move in a new way, a new direction. You have been asking and we have been answering. If you have not heard us, stop now and be still, my child. In the stillness and in the void, our answers will be heard. Practice quietness, practice patience, practice tolerance. Lastly, find new adventures and spread your wings.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Lily, you're next. Oh, the Stargazer Dragon, setting your sights to the highest possibility. It's 42. So the Stargazer, these are the Star Dragons. Stargazer Dragon, coming home to your soul is a beautiful journey. You will find yourself open to many magical stories when you gaze up into the stars. You may feel a yearning. You may feel a pull on your heartstrings. You are now remembering where your soul has taken you in previous incarnations. All you have to do is close your eyes to remember. Close your eyes to see that that is all that is possible to experiences. Aim high, higher than you ever can imagine. There you will find what you are seeking, for it is seeking you as well. Hopefully that one speaks to you. Yeah. All right, Tammy, let's see what we've got for you. So you've got the sister dragon again. I'll read it again. The bond is never broken. And again, I think it goes with what we were saying earlier about being sisters. And I would count you as one of those. So sisters come in many shapes and sizes. The sister dragon is here today reminding you that not all families are born from blood. Many families are formed in previous lifetimes as lovers, partners, husbands or wives, brothers, sisters, children, friends, business associates, and so forth. You are awakening now to remembering the love of a sister, remembering that the bond is like no other, nor can be broken in any number of lifetimes. So yes, I definitely, like we were saying, you meet those people that you know you have a connection with, right? So that's good. So what else do the dragons want to say? So they've been quiet lately. I don't know if anybody else has. Oh, how many cards are in the deck? 32. It's a 32 card deck. I know some decks are bigger, but after 32, it was, again, they told me, remember they told me the color, they told me that I had to have the gold trim on it. They were prescriptive about what dragons were going to speak. And there are more. I mean, this was just, because I connect with collectives. So it's not necessarily just one dragon, but this was a collective of dragons, and there's more than 32 of them. So who knows, there might be more. Well, they have actually given me another task, which is to write more about dragons. So that's my next thing I'll be doing, is that they've asked me for, or probably for the last couple of years, to be their scribe, and they've asked me to write. And I have a feeling, well, you are a scribe, yeah. I have a feeling it's going to be individual dragons want to tell their stories, or a collective wants to tell me a story. So, and as you know, with whether you're channeling dragons or angels, archangels, whatever, like they're going to come through when they're going to come through. Yeah. I've written, and a few of us here have written at least in one like collective of, so I wrote a story last year in a compilation book. And I know Viviana's just launched hers, right? Warranty for Dragons, yeah. Yeah, I think that dragons definitely want to they want us to understand them more, and they're looking for us to write more about them. Mine are going to be guardians and elders that want to tell their stories. And I've had like little snippets of like, they give me some information and then they don't come back. So, you know, it's one of you just go with the flow. That's what I've learned with dragons. I just go with the flow. And I know some of you know this, but 2 years ago was when I went on I didn't know where I was going, but I decided I would let spirit take me wherever it wanted to go. So it was like going on this is how somebody described it to me, that I was on a lazy river and I was just going down, and I would go over here and I learned about dragon empowerment Reiki. I did holy fire Reiki. I reconnected with some other things. I found some other things, and I sort of came to the end of the year and like, oh, okay. So the dragons didn't focus till the end of the year when they were like, oh no, it's going to be us. And then they like pushed me out into the World Wide Web and then out into the universe. So, and I know there's a lot of people are writing a lot of things, and, you know, the dragons are really coming to us and asking those of us that connect. It wasn't lazy. No, it wasn't. No, I was just floating down it. Right. But yeah, so I'm sure that we're going to be hearing a lot of different things. They've told me that next year will be a whole different theme, right? So we'll get through this year, and then next year is going to be different. So, so before we end, I know some of you know this, but there's Galactic Dragon Thunder is happening next month, which is actually going to be in 3 countries this year. So it's going to be 24 hours. So if you're up for receiving a real lot of energy, and you've got the stamina to do 24 hours, I don't. It's actually going to be starting in Australia on July 21st for 8 hours. Then it's going over to England for 8 hours. And then it's coming to the United States. And Kelly Springer and myself are co-hosting that 8 hours here. There are 8 speakers, live speakers in each of those. So, and that's a lot of energy. I can tell you from last year, it was a lot of energy. So you have to come prepared, even for that 8 hours. And then there's some pre-recordings as well. So if you sign up for Dragon Thunder, you also get access to the pre-recordings. And I know Viviana's done a recording for Dragon Thunder. Yeah. And there's the live guests as well. Will be interesting. And if any of you have met Kelly and I, we live on a different coast. So I live on the East Coast, she lives on the West Coast. So we always say we're coming coast to coast, right? So Kelly and I have also we started a podcast. Oh yes, Lily's speaking as well. Yeah, you're right. Yes, I forgot Lily, you're the speaker too. So Kelly and I have started a podcast, which recording Elder Dragon song, or Dragon Elder song, can never remember which way because we went backwards and forwards on that, which is really us bringing our wisdom. We are going to start having guests starting in July. We're going to have guests appearing as well. And we'll be in touch with some of you as well to be our guests. We haven't yet sat down and said, these are what we're going to do, but one in particular jumped out at us. So we'll be talking about that soon. I also do thank you, Tammy. I also do my own monthly Dragon Hour. I've taken July and August off, but I've already got people lined up for September and October. And Viviana's going to be one of those. She's going to be on, and I do that live. Some different people do different things. Like some people record them. I like doing them live, but they will come. Actually, Alessandra, who couldn't make it the last time, I'm actually going to do a recording with her so we can just get hers out. Otherwise, it'll be months before we can get to lives. But and they're all on my website. And I have a YouTube as well channel, which I know some of you have found me through YouTube, which is always good. So I upload to that, and this will go up on YouTube as well. So for all of you that have won prizes, I will be in touch with you if I don't have your mailing address. And again, I'm open to questions if anybody wants to ask questions. I am doing, I'm still offering my Dragon Empowerment Reiki, an hour session with me. Viviana, yes.
Thanks, Barbara. Your deck is beautiful. I can't wait to see the art. But your channel messages are gorgeous. My question is, are you thinking of sharing your deck on a digital platform like Deckable?
Oh, I haven't thought about on Deck World, did you say?
It's called Deckable, and it's
Deckable.
It's a digital deck platform.
Oh,
and
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's super. You get to bring your decks on your mobile device wherever you are, and they have lots of features, and it's really cool for being able to travel with your decks. Yes, Deckable,
Yes.
right, Tammy? Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Oh, is that the same? Selling copies of prints? Yes, I was. Yes.
Oh, you can absolutely do both, but Deckable is a great way of allowing people to see your art and your deck with like kind of previewing it before they buy it, which and gets more people to get your message.
I thought about both of that. You know, there's pros and cons on both, right? If you show it too soon. So we went with let's keep it secret as much as I did. Yeah. And
so, if I ordered it now, would I be able to get the second print?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I am. Again, I don't know if any of you know this, but shipping has gone up. But I'll email you about that. But I'm negotiating with people on the increase. It's almost made it like out of the country. It's expensive, but we can talk about that because I did send it. Yeah.
Oh, I live 10 minutes from the US border. I can just zip down to the US and get it.
I know that. Isn't that annoying? It's like when you live in one state. I mean, I literally live on the line to New Hampshire. So we get like New Hampshire weather, not Massachusetts weather. And I can touch, I know how annoying that you're in another country. But we can talk about that. But yes, I can put you, anybody else that wants to pre-order for my next shipment, let me know. Yes, definitely. And so it was, thank you again for I know some of you couldn't make it, and it's always tough at a weekend. It is recorded. It will go up on my website, on my YouTube, and I'll probably put it on Dragon Thunder as well, for those of you who couldn't make it. So thank you for that. It's always good to share what we know, right, about publish. It's all like when you first start these things, you don't realize how much you've got to learn. Thank you, Tina.
Yeah. Barbara, did you patent your deck?
No.
Did you patent it?
No.
Are you planning to do that? So
I do.
Nobody can copy your pictures.
Copyright. We've copied. There is a copyright in the book, in the book that goes with it. Yeah. But you know, it's always
so they're unique to you because you channeled it. So
yeah. I know it's always to think about. We all use other people's decks because I'm like, oh look, here's that's what I've been doing is actually using other decks to channel the actual. So it may be like the Traveler, but I'll get the dragon that's attached to that, just as a connection for me. But yeah, it's a good thought as well. Thank you, Jerry.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So anybody's got any other ideas, you can always email me. I'm easy to find. I'm eastcoastdragonlady@gmail.com. And for those of you that I know there's 2 of you from Germany, 2 of you from England. Thank you for joining me today. That's great. Thank you. And I'm excited. And if you want a deck, if you're listening to this and you want a deck, just email me and we'll connect about payment. All right. Anyway, so it's almost, we've done an hour. So I don't know about you, but I'm anything else, just connect with me. All right. Thank you. Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Thank you for
Congratulations
connecting.
again, Barbara.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Bye.
Awesome. Awesome job.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Waiting for my deck. And
Yes.
see you next week.
Yes, I'll see you next week. And yes, they're on their way. The deck's on the way to you.
Wonderful.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.